Hello all, my name is Keo and we'll continue with the next part of this tutorial. So as you can see over here, we have completed the Pubg buggy car till over here. So we'll continue further. So let's texture this part over here. For the texturing of this part, let's go into this material. Let's go over here. We can take a new texture over here. So let's go over here into the architectural part and make it as a metal flat and take a texture over here. We have some kind of buggy textures, as we have taken some of the textures over here. We are going to assign this texture over here. Just select this over here and you can just take it as a UVW map, and again over here you can take it as a UVW map. Now as you can see over here, if you want to assign some kind of roughness to it, so you can just select the texture, you can go down over here, you can go back over here and you have a bump option. You can go into the bump and you can assign a bit of a noise. So after assigning a noise, you can see a bit of a roughness, so you can reduce the roughness to 0.2 and click OK. So as you can see, we have assigned this kind of a material over here for this. So same for this over here also. You can just select this, just ungroup it, select this part and you assign this material over here, and you can use the UVW map and take it as a cylinder, and you can take it the cylinder and you can easily fit it. If you want to fit it in this way, you can easily fit it. So just check out whatever texture you are assigning to that particular part over here. If you are assigning this texture or you are assigning this texture, so you can just see the textures accordingly and you can assign it and you can fit it. So you can easily fit this texture over here like this. So select this part also over here, select this texture and assign this texture over here. You can use the UVW map over here also, and you can use the cylinder, use this Y and you can fit it. So if you want to assign this texture, you can easily assign this texture. Now let's take another material for this part. You can just select it. We'll take a bit of a kind of a fiber material, a red material over here. So we'll assign this material. Same, you can give a bit of a UVW map, cylinder, and that's it. So same for this. Assign the texture, UVW map, and take it as a cylinder. So same for this, you are assigning the same materials for all, UVW map, cylinder. That's it. Select this, again assign this, and you can assign a UVW map and cylinder and save this file. After doing this, we can assign some kind of a texture to the seat also. So we have a texture for the seat, so you can take a texture that is for the plastic kind of a texture to the seat, and you can assign the UVW map for the seat also in the same manner. as you have assigned for the further seat, sorry, the front seat. So this same texture can be applied. You can easily apply the same texture for the steering if you want. You can easily apply the same kind of a texture and click OK. So if you want to see the reference, you can just definitely you can go into this view image file and we can take the reference over here for the buggy. As you can see, we have a lot of references we have taken over here. So you can take any of the reference, or we do have one reference on the desktop for this buggy. You can take this also and you can easily assign the texture to it. So if you want to select this part again over here, so you can just Control I inverse and you can give a bit of a metal texture. So you have a kind of a metal texture or steel texture. You can go into this bitmap and we do have downloaded some kind of a texture, seamless texture. You can easily apply to it. The seamless texture can be applied. So UVW map, again use a box. That's it. So instead of taking this, convert to poly, delete this part, and you can just take a copy of it and click OK over here. So now for here also, as you can see, we can assign the same texture. You can take, or also if you want to change such kind of a texture, you can take this texture over here. This texture, and you have option called UVW map and use this texture. Again select it. So the texture is actually not properly applied, so make sure you are assigning a proper texture to it. So just assign this texture and give a UVW map to it. So you can see, you can go back. So this is a same kind of a texture. I'm extremely sorry. Just define this texture over here accordingly. So same texture, do assign it over here also. Yeah, perfect. So now you can use a UVW map, take it as a box. So as you can see, you can easily fit it over here. The same pattern can be applied for this also over here, and give a UVW map to it and click OK. So you can just save your file over here. Now select this part. We want this as a flat kind of a yellow texture. If you want this, you can just assign a kind of a yellow texture over here. So let's see the reference over here. So we do have a reference. If you want any kind of a belt reference, you can use any kind of a belt reference also. or you can just assign this kind of a texture to make it look in this proper manner. So select this and this. So this part will also definitely get this texture. So use this UVW map and use the box option. Select this and this, and if you want some kind of flat texture, you can utilize this texture over here. Use a box, you can fit it. UVW map, use a box, and you can easily fit all of this over here. So now you can again select this part. If you go into the reference, if you want to make it look like a plastic look, you can give it a kind of a plastic look over here. So give it a cylindrical shape. So same thing, you can assign it over here and you can give it a bit of a cylindrical look. So as you can see over here, we have assigned the max of the textures over here. So the same texturing part is we are going to apply on the back side of it. So just push this up over here and assign this textures. Again UVW map and take it as a box and push this like this over here. So same thing can be done over here also. So just assign this over here. So just assign it over here like this. Go into the material part and assign the same kind of a texture and give a UVW map. So what you can do over here is you can also rename the texture. If you want to rename the texture, you can easily rename the textures over here. So we do have some kind of bolts and nuts, so that you can easily give the color to it. So you can easily give the color or the texture. You can just assign it UVW map and use the box option over here. That's it. So just select all of this UVW map and use the box. That's it. So just save your file. So as you can see, we have done the texturing part for the max of the paths over here. Okay, so you can assign this textures accordingly. So this part is left out. You can assign the same over here UVW map and use it as a cylinder. So you can use box also, and you can fit this part accordingly over here. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the next tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.